What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka the Freakin 10, back again with another video. This time again from Sabaton. I think I've been extremely vocal on the first two songs that I've covered of Bismarck and then Stormtroopers, of how much I truly am just in awe of these guys. Lyrically, you know, all of the reactions that y'all are giving me and the feedback and the stories of just Bismarck alone. I sat there and was reading the comments and the history, and I was like, it just gives you an insight into their minds and how well these songs are written that tell these historical things. I personally find it fascinating that, you know, as much as I don't remember historical things, um, the ability to translate that to learn into a song to where people remember it, that's fascinating to me. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of this one. I want someone gave it to me in the comments of what it truly stands for. I'm looking to see if it's actually anywhere in these lyrics, but I do have the closed caption on so that we can see the English subtitles, as this is from the Great Tour in Gothenburg. So after hearing Bismarck and Stormtroopers, I can only imagine. I mean, there were multiple people recommending this song, so I'm extremely excited to see where this goes. I'll apologize if the mic is picking up the weather outside. I've been hearing thundering going on. So if that gets picked up, you got my apologies up front. I don't do retakes. If you're new to the channel, I'll just give you a quick background. I do this all in one take. I don't watch it, edit, anything like that. I've got a Elgato Stream Deck. I hit a button that launches within OBS that starts the recording, plays all the visuals you see. I've got one that switches the cameras, one that switches back, and then one to end it. So what you're seeing is a genuine first take. I believe in that wholeheartedly. A lot of times I see all these videos edited and it truly kind of makes me wonder, and that I'm not saying against any reactors, but I truly wonder how many of those are first takes, or they go back and they say, oh, you know, that didn't look good, and they redo it. I don't know if that happens. I just didn't want that to happen. So I set my stuff up so that you get my true first reaction. Whether I look like an idiot or not, I think I proved that I don't care, as you saw with my first ginger reaction to Tatiana. So I have no problem, because it's all education, right? We're here to bond over music, and the many friends I've already met through this. You know, I absolutely appreciate, and the feedback I'm getting from the Sabaton Nation of, hey, check this out, or this is the history. I live for that. So I appreciate it. So, you know, I don't do any misspeakings on purpose. Something pops into my head, I say it, but I'm not going to edit it out. So again, you get my genuine first take. So with that being said, I've got the lyrics over here. I've got them in both English as well as native. And so hopefully these within music match what they come across in the closed caption. So that's my two sources, both closed caption and this. But let's switch it up and get to it. I'm so excited. And if you're wondering, that's why I ramble, is when I get excited, I ramble. All right. The visual right here, just starting, is enough just to make you go, wow. So let's go. A lifetime of war. Okay. I'm assuming that's what that translates to. That freaking visual. All the way in the back. So I'm gonna stop it here because I want to, for those that haven't heard, if they're new to Sabaton like I am, I've watched a couple of concerts and bands that I've reviewed. Right, I don't go to concerts. It's more of the large group atmosphere and stuff like that that I just don't like. Um, but to watch this, right, and you see even in the back, right? I mean, if you see that right dead center, those lights back there, that just gives you an idea of how big this crowd is. And you can kind of see the imagery up front just to know how, packed in they are. To have that kind of power and the following and just that type of visual makes this video already special. So I don't want to pause anymore, but that's just the first thing. I like to give my reaction and what I'm seeing on the visual. Freaking amazing. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there because it's scenes like that of why I love music and really what I loved about performing. And this is one of those that gets me a little bit emotional because when the crowd, if you've ever performed it and if you've been a musician, I know several of my subscribers have mentioned that they've done it. For any of those that have written songs, when you've written a song and you go and perform it and you perform it enough times and you're lucky enough as these guys have been to make it, um to have a crowd out sing you your own lyrics back to you, it- there's there's no other feeling because it's that feeling that you've touched someone, right? And you've made an impact to where they remember the lyrics and they enjoy what you did and appreciate what you did. So that's when you kind of, I don't know if it came through on the camera, but I was fighting back, getting emotional. So let's look at the lyrics. And again, I'll apologize up front. I put up for music match and it's got both native and then English, but I did see some discrepancies on a few of the words. So I'll apologize up front. I look around and see my home disappearing. My time at home now feels far too short. Mere youth, hardly a man when duty called me. I don't know if I'll see my home again. Among relatives from my village, I went out into battle, and the world burned. For the war it can destroy a man. I give my life for the motherland. I think that's at homeland. But who misses me? So see me as that, a husband, a friend, a father and son who never came home, but who mourns me. I go back to the powerful nature of having the audience singing that back to you, right? And I'm, to perform this and have everybody sing it, that makes me a little emotional, but it tells you how powerful it is. The song itself, I mean, again, I've said it from the first time from hearing the Bismarck and Stormtroopers, of just how powerful their lyrics are and how they tell the story. It's no different. Talking about, you see their home disappearing, and it now feels far too short, and hardly a man when duty called, and you're called off to war and to go serve, and the world burned. And it, as it says, for the war it can destroy man. I give my life for my motherland or homeland. And I apply that to what we see, again, here in the States, where the people that, go and fight, whether you feel the war is just or unjust, these are this is what these guys have signed up for. And when they come home, both, men, women, all the same, they're soldiers. And when they come home, and they're different, right, than when they left. And so, for those that are unfortunately not able to make it home, you think about that. But who misses me? So see me as that, a husband, a friend, father and son who never came home, but who mourns me. This is beautiful. Let's keep going. Okay. There's a certain part, and I guess I, for some reason, didn't see that tank. But there's a certain part. Let's go back here. Yeah. Okay. So right there, he sits there and he kind of goes to the side. And I saw this with Nightwish. I forget the song, but and I know y'all mentioned the Floors, I think, married to the drummer of Sabaton. But what the singer does here, right, is he kind of goes to the side. And that's something that I've always appreciated about Nightwish, because there's a lot of time when a solo is coming up, right, and you'll see Floor kind of fade back. They do the same. And so I'm not sure if that's something that's, more in a European style of music. I don't know that I've seen that as much on the American side. But I just go back, the crowd is over singing him, and not in a bad way. It's just, it's one of I said it before, it's a powerful statement as to not just the following, but just how important this song is. So let's go back and see here. So, went into battle for Sweden, was baptized in blood. Out there, death awaits, not heroism. Wow. In fields where kinsmen fall, no song is heard, challenging our destinies once again. And I'll go back to in fields where kinsmen fall, no song is heard, right? And that's a very fascinating line because it truly makes me think. You think about all the movie portrayals of war, whether, I'll speak for English movies. And from you think about Saving Private Ryan and Heartbreak Ridge and, um, other ones that have Bridge Over the River Kwai or Kai. Um, any battle scenes, right? You've got that music behind it and you've got that. But truly on the field, you're not hearing anything but gunfire or screams or people falling. And so to see that line of in fields where kinsmen fall no song is heard, challenging our destinies once again, far from home be baptized and die in battle and the world burned, for the war it can destroy man. I give my life for my motherland, but who misses me? So see me as that, a husband and friend, a father and son who never came home, but who mourns me. Guys, now I see why y'all recommended this song. I mean, the others were powerful, but holy shenanigans. Let's keep going. That smile right there. In the palm of their hand. Oh, listen to that. I'm just gonna let it finish. Look at that. I'm gonna let it go. Y'all got me on that before. Okay. So I mean they repeat a lot of the lyrics, right? So I won't repeat them away, but there are a couple lines that I really liked here. So they talked about, let's see, it was because they go in and repeat, right, as you saw, right? So see me as that, a husband, a friend, father and son who never came home, but who mourns me. But then in the next chorus where they picked up, and when my time is up, who cares then? They are struggling. Does a soldier get a dignified end? And that's powerful, not just what they're talking about in this battle, right? As you know, kind of the war to end all worlds or the Great War, you know, um, but you can apply that to so many different settings, right? And for them, obviously, you know, they're this particular part means a lot to them in their homeland and going to battle for Sweden and being baptized in blood. But I really, you know, for me as an outsider and not on the inside of Sweden, it really makes you think about that of, does a soldier get a dignified end? And they always don't. Get to sleep, disappear away, and never wake up. For war it can destroy a man. I give my life for my motherland. But who misses me so see me as that a husband, a friend, father and son who never come home, but who mourns me? I've heard powerful songs before and powerful war songs. Um, but they put it in a different context. This is powerful in a sense, you know, people will laugh at what I'm about to say, but you know, I one of the songs that I enjoy. So, and I'm going to do a video on music I grew up with and influences and things like that, because it's not of the middle stature. It's more of classic rock, country, and things like that. And Garth Brooks did a song called Ireland. Um, and he's talking about this Irish battle, right? And how they go off and they're fighting someone else's bloody war. And they give this, you know, of how they're going and how they're going to die, simply outnumbered and things like that. And it just, that was a good song. Actually, it was a great song, but it was more of kind of that upbeat. This is one of those songs that just kind of grabs you by the throat and is like, listen. And, you know, I can only imagine what a non live version of this would be, of just listening to it and that emotion behind it and the lyrics. I'm so glad I did this song last, because in my recordings for today, because I don't know that I could have continued. This is a very emotional song, a very powerful song. The lyrics are amazing. Seeing the crowd into it, and obviously, you know, I'm assuming it was a home crowd again. You know, I don't do a lot of research on the bands because I want you to get my genuine reaction and the concerts. And so I'm assuming this is in their homeland. Um, so it means that much more to people. And that's what creates a powerful visual. And that's just awesome. Let me switch it back and I'll give you my final thoughts that are kind of along the same lines. You know, it takes a lot to make me speechless. I'm a very talkative guy, very verbose in my and speaking, and I ramble. Very few times are those words taken from me. This one just makes you think. This gives you a visual like no other. Um, you know, I mentioned Ireland by Garth Brooks and that Irish battle and, you know, leading them to war and things like that. But you know, when you're sitting here talking about right at the beginning, I look around and see my home disappearing. My time at home now feels far too short. Mere youth, hardly a man when duty called me, and going off to war paints a completely different picture. It paints the realization of, you know, people leaving their homes, and again, when duty called me, because it's not always a choice. And that just paints that gritty picture and just how nasty war can be. You know, fighting for your country and standing up for what you believe in, you know, whether it's your choice or not. It's something I'll never know about, but I'm sure some of my subscribers do, and people watching this who aren't subscribers, may relate to it, of just what those sacrifices are, and will a soldier get a dignified end, and who mourns me? Wow. I'm gonna start kind of, I think, going in order as somebody recommended through Sabaton. Um, I'm truly blown away. I mean, like I said, I'm glad this is my last video of the day. Not in the sense of because I'm tired, but just that song right there, I think, is just that note you want to end it on of holy crap, that was a amazing song. Great lyrics. The music was not overly complicated, right? It was a power, don't kill me for this, but kind of that power ballad type of music that's not overcomplicated, where they're throwing in 72 different chords and tempos and things like this. I mean, it was again, grab you by the throat and keeps your attention. I'm gonna do a shameless plug. I almost don't want to, because I think the song speaks for itself, and I don't want to take away from the song. But if you like the song, drop me a comment. Y'all are great at that. Leave me a like. If you like the content I'm putting out, please hit that subscribe button. I like seeing that people are enjoying what I'm doing when I do songs like this, and this is a true reaction you're getting. I can't wait for Friday. I'm gonna do another song. I don't know what yet. I think someone mentioned, based off of this album that they've done, is to go in order. So I'll go look and see what's next in that, for the next video on Friday. But please subscribe. I'm not gonna sit here and go turn on notifications and all that. That's I'm not worried about the YouTube algorithm and such. I just like seeing that if someone enjoys my content, hit that subscribe button and hit the like. That to me means more than anything. I don't turn notifications on for mine, um, for ones that I watch, not out of disrespect or anything. It's just I don't like them. I find them annoying. Maybe YouTube won't like me for saying that, but it's the truth. But if you hit that subscribe button, that's all I'm looking for. That just tells me I'm doing a good job. So I appreciate it. And I know I'm sounding monotone now, but this video is extremely powerful. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And it kind of hits you and just kind of gives you a visual as much as it did for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll end it on my usual tagline of, if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2, and certainly don't ask for 5. But if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, just ask for 10 more minutes. I'm JTMM. It's got me shook, but I'm out of here.